Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 4th. This week, we're just going to jump right in here, Virgo, as always. You have this card that says, you miss the beauty when you are stressed. Be gentle with yourself. Be messy sometimes. Let it all go. Do not give up because something did not work out right away. You know what's really weird is that for the past week, I've been getting this for a couple of people, this message of that's saying just because something didn't work the first time doesn't mean that it isn't going to work the second time. So, again, literally. And I feel for some of you, it's like you clearly had a tower moment. You have the tower here, like something didn't work out. And I feel like this is saying that doesn't mean that it's always going to be that way, Of course not. So, I think that you need to kind of keep pushing here and, keep putting the work in. I feel there's a lot of success coming in for you as well. You have the Tower, the Two of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So this could have been a breakup or a separation or something like that in your life. And, again, that could be what you're worried about is a new situation not working out or a new situation kind of not going how you want it to. Yeah, you know what's funny is you have this rescuer card right here. So I feel like you need to make sure, by the way, in love, that you are not trying to rescue a person, right? That never works out. And, I find that a lot of spiritual people kind of go for the people who need saving. But the problem is that, as adults, I mean, you might say this is mean or whatever, but I don't care. It's as adults, we have to learn to save ourselves. That's the only person that can save you is yourself, right? And so it's if we're always saving people, really people can't be saved. That's the problem, right? And so because they have to save themselves, right? The only person that can change their life is them. There's nothing that we can do to do this. This is why I always preach, especially now with Pluto going into Aquarius, I'm all about being an inspiration to people. The Ultimate Warrior, one of my favorite quotes from him is don't instruct people, inspire people. Because it's you could tell people all day long what to do, but they're probably not going to do it. That's why if you're an inspiration to people, if instead by being a very positive living example, then you're being that person that people who are going to make changes can look up to. And that's a difficult lesson that you've had to learn here, Virgo, is that again, people have to want to change, right? And so that's why we really shouldn't be picking people, for example, that need saving, because if they're adults, they would do it themselves, if they really wanted to be saved, right? So I kind of feel that for some of you. I also feel like some of you could just be moving. So I don't think the Tower has to be a bad thing, of course. It is coming up in your past position as well. So, it's probably something that already happened. But again, I feel also it could be a move. You have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a perfect match. So there could be a perfect match coming in for you as far as love is concerned, if you want it. And, again, maybe it's someone, sometimes I think we pick people that need saving because we think they're safe or something like that, because, maybe they're codependent. And, maybe we pick those people because we're oh, this person won't leave me because they need me, which is kind of toxic when you think about it, right? But I'm sure we've all done it. So not a criticism. But, again, I do get that here, that if you're looking for love, you could be picking someone who's actually a challenge, but not in a bad way. I don't mean they're they play games or something like that. I mean, they just don't need you. And I mean that in the best freaking way possible, right? And so, I kind of feel that for you. The Two of Cups literally represents a person who is very different than your usual type. So you could absolutely be attracting someone who is very different than what you would normally go for. I would say this is a good thing, because if you have a habit of picking a certain type of person, this person could be the total opposite. I also feel pretty good about this just in general. Two of Cups to me is you and your higher self. So it's you could be getting guidance from your higher self here, Virgo. You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of expansion and growth. And so I feel for a lot of you that you could be expanding out into the world. You're trying to grow something here, outside of love. Again, you absolutely could be trying to grow your love life and everything like that. But I'm just getting something more here. You have the Empress here as well to the Knight of Wands going this way. The Knight of Wands again could be love, but I really kind of feel this is you growing something that's important to you, like a business, a career. It could also just be a project that you're working on. Maybe you're retired and you're building a garden in your backyard. I don't care what it is. It looks to me like you're kind of trying to expand something. Could be your house as well. You could be adding an addition onto your house or something. Yeah, look, with the Tower, you have the Devil. I feel like if you got out of a situation that, this could have been a very toxic situation anyway. So, there's not whatever. With the Two of Cups, you have the Page of Swords. Yeah, definitely new love coming in for you, or it could be a new situation that's becoming available to you. Maybe you have your eye on a person. So again, if you don't have love, I feel like you could be spying on a person maybe, or you're like interested in a person. For others, I do feel there's just like, this could be them as well. Someone could be about to approach you as well. With the Three of Wands, you have two cards here. You have the Chariot and the Five of Pentacles. The Chariot is about charging towards something new. And the Five of Pentacles, of course, is the card of feeling left out in the cold. I feel like some of you like have a fear that you're going to be left out in the cold again. This could be abandonment issues that you have. And again, not a criticism. We all have them, right? Even if you had like super loving parents, right? It's like been proven time and time again that like if your 2-year-old brain doesn't know the difference of like your mom walking away from you for like 2 seconds, right? As a 2-year-old, you're like, oh my God, she just abandoned me, right? So maybe you had a perfect upbringing, but you could still have abandonment issues that you need to like heal, or that you are healing. And again, this could be what's going on here. I kind of feel like you are healing from something. That's why I'm talking about this. But I also feel that you could be fearing that if you let something go, it's kind of funny because it's almost giving me like Six of Swords vibes here, where it's like, it's not bad. Six of Swords, the woman and the child are going to the other side. They're crossing the choppy waters, but they are making a sacrifice. They're leaving their whole life behind them to start something new. So, I kind of get that here. I get that, not exactly that energy, but it's almost like an energy of starting something new, but kind of also being like, I hope I don't get screwed. I hope that I'm not leaving something valuable behind, but I really don't think you are. Next, you have in the area of the unexpected, you have the Serpent. It says a sly and subtle approach is needed. I would definitely keep your ideas to yourself with this row. You have this Werven card. It says your secrets are safe. Yes. So your secrets are safe, but I also wouldn't be, I wouldn't be blasting your secrets out all over the place. I would definitely be keeping things to yourself. I'd be paying attention to your own self, basically, here, and I would also be kind of like listening to your inner voice. So that's kind of like what I get here. You have the Five of Wands, the Four of Cups, and the Page of Swords. The Five of Wands is a card of like, I look at it as a card of learning. It is a card of conflict and competition, but, I always call this card Indiana Jones, because to me, really, the card says that you are learning how to fight, or you're learning how to work with competition. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. And you're doing it to get some sort of reward. And so, I feel for a lot of you, it's like maybe there have been some like battles that you've gone through, but look at this. You go to the Empress, and that really tells me that you could be getting some rewards or some something for the difficulties and the challenges that you've been through. You have the Four of Cups here. Again, Four of Cups is a card of dissatisfaction. It's a card of like contemplation and apathy. He's kind of like disappointed with what he's manifested in his life so far. But really, I feel like you're manifesting good things. There's that one cup that's reaching out, but he's not accepting it into his life. But here's the thing, is that you go up to the Ace of Cups, which is a cup reaching out of the clouds, So I feel like there's a really good opportunity coming in for you. Could be for love, but doesn't have to be. The Ace of Cups can be an opportunity that just causes your emotions to overflow. So I feel there's like a solid opportunity. You have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is a card of curiosity. Again, you have the Page of Swords twice. I definitely see spying here. Either you're looking at someone or someone's looking at you. It could be both of you. This could be two people spying on each other. So, take it how it resonates. But someone's definitely attracted to you. You go up to the Empress. Doesn't matter what gender you are. I feel like you're just showing up as the Empress here. You go to the Knight of Wands as well. With the Five of Wands, you have the Six of Wands, victory. If there has been some sort of competition or conflict, it looks to me like you are having a victory over a conflict, or you're kind of having some recognition over some sort of conflict, right? And yeah, that's what I feel here with the Six of Wands. Looks really good. With the Four of Cups, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. So anything you can do to co-create with other people is going to be super beneficial right now. I also would be focusing on quality of your work. There's something about quality. There's something popping into my head, and it's like, I'm not sure what it is. It's like, I think there are like tiny little things, like there's like, especially if you have a business, let's say, like I feel like there are tiny little things you could do that would really, that like isn't much more work, that would have like a 10x result. Like maybe it's not that dramatic, but I'm just giving you an example. It's like, if you would just do like a little bit of something, it would have a big result or something. Like I don't have any good examples for you, but again, learn about your business, educate yourself. Literally, that's the solution, and you'll probably find something very simple. With the Page of Swords, you have the Hierophant here. Hierophant is marriage, Taurus. You could be a Taurus that you're dealing with here. Taurus right here. You always get Taurus with me, I've noticed. So, take it how it resonates. I also feel that the Hierophant is encouraging you to think outside the box with what I just said. It's like, I really feel there's something that could, especially for those of you in work or business, where it's like a tiny little change is going to make all the difference in what you are doing. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Libra card that says balance, which is nice. You have this 11th house card that says community on it. I feel like some of you could be joining a new community, or you could be moving, of course, like I already said. And, that could be really nice. But I also feel like there could be definitely more balance. There's like a more balanced connection as well. Like if you are attracting love, I feel it's much more balanced. It's like both people are much more, I feel like both people are in a much more healed place, or, both people are in a much more healed position. And I feel like this is really bringing this is making it much more solid is what I'm trying to spit out here. I also feel that, again, work. I keep getting work here. The thing about the Ace of Cups is that this dove is dropping the Eucharist into the cup, and that's what's causing the cup to overflow. And sometimes I think that, that the Ace of Cups says that there is something you need to do to get your cup to overflow. And so I definitely get that energy here where there could be something that you need to work on or do to make things kind of grow in your life. And in work or business, again, I feel like there's like a lever that if you push it, it's gonna, kind of like release a bunch of money or something like that, right? Because you have the Ace of Cups here, but it's something like very small. It's like I don't have any good examples for you because all I do is create content all day, but it's like on YouTube, for example, like titles are much more important than people think. So it's like, I've seen some great videos where if they would probably just change the title, they would have like a 10x result, right? And it's like, that's what's popping into my head here. It's like there's something, in work or business, very small, something that seems not important, but actually is. And, again, without knowing what you do, I can't tell you what it is. But, I feel like if you would pay attention to that, you're going to like unleash some major abundance here. The floodgates of abundance are going to open with this energy. So the, Empress is a lot of abundance, but it also says that you have, she specifically says that you have the power to create this abundance. Like you are the one that is going to make this happen. And so that's really what I see here with the Empress. A lot of abundance. I also feel like you're very attractive at this time, so definitely could be a solid love connection. You have the Ten of Wands here. Ten of Wands is carrying a heavy burden. It's like you've been carrying a heavy burden. I feel like you're about to release your burdens. This is his home in the background here. Ten of Wands says that he's carried a lot of heavy weights, but I like the Ten of Wands because he has chosen to carry this burden, and it's really a harvest. He's about to have a harvest. So it's like, yeah, he's made the sacrifice to do a lot of work, but he's also about to find success. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Page of Pentacles. Yep. This could be like good news coming in for you, I feel. Could also just be that someone is communicating with you in love. The Page of Pentacles, I always look at as like communication, a message, something like that. With the Empress, you have the Two of Cups. Yes, are you kidding me? Definitely a perfect match here. Definitely someone who's different than your usual type, as we already said. So, I don't know what else to say. I wasn't going to say anything. So, yes, this is someone who's different than what you would normally go for. If you might already be with this person, they might already be different than what you would normally go for as well. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, a lot of ace energy showing up here, which I love. Aces are new beginnings, but two aces as well so far right here is a definite yes to any question that I have not answered. So if you have a question, sorry, I'm stretching. And I need to stretch. Maybe you need to stretch for some reason. But I feel like this is a very good, very positive new beginning that's coming in for you. The Ace of Pentacles, again, also with the Ten of Wands, would kind of represent something easier. Like, I don't want to say, I keep wanting to tell people, like, I believe we're in a time of hard work where it's like, yes, you're still going to have to work. So I don't like saying that things are going to be easier, because I don't think that's true. I think really, honestly, if you want to be super technical about it, we're entering into a time of chaos, and sorry if that makes you uncomfortable, but it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And, we're going to have to put a certain level of work into things. That does not mean that things are going to be hard for you. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is I think we're all being presented with opportunities that might require work. We're probably going to like it. It's probably work that we're going to enjoy. But the Ace of Pentacles, it's not so much about hard work. And also, like I've said to people, I'm not saying things are going to get easier, but what I am saying is that there are opportunities to make things efficient. So, which could be kind of easier, if that makes sense, but it still might be work. So I don't know if I'm making sense here, but there could be like an opportunity in work or business where it's maybe not like much more work than you're doing right now, but it's definitely more efficient and you're getting like a bigger bang for the buck on what you're doing as well. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have the settling card. It says your soul is telling you you're on the wrong path. This is showing up in the good stuff, so this is going to be good no matter what. Allow yourself the time and space to evaluate and find your true path. I feel like you have discovered your true path. It's coming up in the good stuff. You have this rescuer card. Someone in your life may help you get back on track. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Just don't give up. And I have no clue why my camera died. Hold on 1 second, Virgo. I'll fix that right now. Sorry about that. I've been running these cameras hard for like 3 years since I've had these new cameras, or like 2 years, and they're just not meant to. I think some of the batteries need to be replaced. But anyway, you have the Two Wands here, so definitely time to go on an adventure. Two Wands, I think everybody needs to embrace this energy. Two Wands is definitely an energy of like following your bliss, and I think that if everyone would go on those types of adventures, we would find a lot of success. Also, it could be a fire sign coming in for you. Taurus, fire, earth in general stands out to me. It could be any sign. I mean, general reading. You have the strength card. The strength card is, of course, about being strong and having strength and working towards things that you want to manifest and putting in the work. So I definitely feel it is a time of strength for you where you're putting in the work or you're kind of like really making things happen. I feel like you have been strong. I almost feel like you're being rewarded for your strength as well, like the difficult things you've been through. So really like to see that. And you also have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a card of resourcefulness. Everyone gets a Queen of Pentacles nowadays. I always tell people, like, even if you have $1 billion in the bank account, I wouldn't be spending money like crazy. Make sure you're doing things in balance with this energy for sure. But let's see what is going on for you. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. I was getting something here. It's almost like you're getting paid back from the universe in a good way. Like you could be receiving karmic rewards for something that you've been through. Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. So it says that you are kind of like getting paid for something that you've already done. But, it could be money for some of you, but it could just be straight up abundance. You have the Empress to the Knight of Wands there. And, I don't know. I just feel like it's abundance. That's all I feel like saying. With the Strength card, you have the Judgment card, waking up to your true self. Judgment is about waking up to your purpose, but it's also about stepping into a new life. The people in this card, they're standing normally in coffins. Inside the coffin is their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. So they're kind of like stepping into their new life. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is like a never-ending nightmare, but I feel like you're changing your story. Again, it's showing up in the good stuff, so it's going to be good no matter what. I kind of feel this is saying that you have repeated a mistake, which is fine. We all do. Again, not a criticism, right? I still make mistakes every single day. And I feel like the Nine of Swords is saying you're not repeating a mistake that you've already repeated once, So probably a good thing. Next, we're pulling 5 main themes. I love it. You have this Exaltation card. I love this card because it kind of says that you are being blessed by the universe, that the universe is bringing you blessings or the universe is bringing you something that you've wanted or something that could bring you blessings or joy or happiness or, whatever the case may be. So, love that. Next, you have this Bluff card here. I feel that a lot of people have been getting this card. It is a card of like calling someone's bluff, but it's also kind of like a card of people seeing you do something that they didn't think was possible for you to do. So again, you really could be surprising people. It's not like a good or a bad thing. It's not like people are judging you or anything like that. You could just be surprising people like, oh wow, I didn't know they had it in them, right? You have this Order card, of course. Wouldn't be a Virgo reading if everything wasn't in perfect order, right? So I don't know. You're probably trying to bring order to things. You're probably vacuuming your floor right now at the time of me shooting this video. So, I don't know. You're probably like organizing things. I would just be flexible. You have the Knight of Wands, which encourages you to be spontaneous. You have the Submission card. This card is like, see this cage? There's like this bird in this cage, but the cage door is open. That bird could easily set itself free. So I feel like you need to set yourself free from something that has maybe been keeping you stuck for a while. So, don't be afraid to set yourself free from that Nine of Swords. You have this Domination card. I actually feel pretty good about this. I feel like you're going to be dominating, especially for those of you in work or business. 5 of Wands, Five of Wands is conflict and competition, but you have the Six of Wands. Literally, in the Six of Wands is a card of overcoming competition. On the Six of Wands, that guy has been to war, and now he's coming back from war. He's like celebrating a victory. So, I feel like you could be kind of really overcoming competition or something like that. But pretty interesting reading here, Virgo. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.